In this video, we are going to finish our floating bed series. We'll add the final touches, go through the assembly of the bed, and take a look at the final results. In the previous video, we discussed the design of the bed, the preparation work, and the joinery system for the bed frame. We built the sides of the bed frame with the supports for the slatted frame and the legs with their cross bracing. What we still need are the connections between the frame and the legs of the bed. To make the bed easy to disassemble for transport later, I attached the legs to the side panels with two Festool connectors on each side. For this, I used the domino joiner again to make the holes for the connectors. Afterward, I used the Festool template to drill the holes for the screw connections and then mounted the connectors accordingly. For the settings on the domino joiner, I followed Festool's guidelines. After we completed the final connections, we can move on to the finishing process. I started thoroughly sanding all the parts, first with 120 grit and then with 180 grit sandpaper. Since I will be finishing the parts with linseed oil varnish later, 180 grit is more than sufficient. I also pre-sanded the edges of the parts with an orbital sander and then rounded them off by hand. I manually sanded the curves at the transitions for the long pieces. After finishing the sanding, I treated the parts with linseed oil. For this, I cut an old cotton t-shirt into small rags and used them to apply the linseed oil to the wood pieces. I repeated this process twice, then wiped off the excess linseed oil with a fresh rag and polished the parts. Since I had already kept my sister waiting for her bed for quite a while, I delivered and assembled the bed the next day. Since the bed can be easily dismantled into its individual parts and these can be easily carried by one person, transport was no problem. On site, I began by assembling the side panels and then securing them with the Festool connectors. Next, I set up the frame so I would have enough space to assemble the leg pieces. The two legs were roughly positioned and then aligned with the connector piece to the correct distance. On site, I had to screw the connector piece to the leg parts as it creaked quite a bit under load. Not quite the result I wanted, but what can you do? If it doesn't fit, you just have to make it fit. Finally, I got some help and we placed the bed frame onto the leg sections. I screwed the leg section to the frame and the floating bed was complete. If we then add the slatted frame, we can see that it easily fits inside the bed frame. I think my measurement was off by a few millimeters here. Looks like I can verify the part with the easy assembly and transport again later. If you like this video, go check out my other videos over here.